Hey,
Welcome to my house. This is where I live.
I like what you're doing. It's
Thank
very
you.
white,
Thank you.
very clean.
Exactly.
I got to tell Jason this a few years ago, but Forgetting Sarah Marshall is my favourite rom-com of all time.
Oh,
and it's in my top 5 films of all time. So it just makes me feel good.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. What are the other 4? I'm just curious.
Very different tonally.
That's great. That's great.
Things like Dark Knight or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh my God!
Hunting,
That's good. We're in good company.
So we're in a good genre.
Yeah.
What's your favourite film of all time?
You know, it's a tie, but I'm similarly love different genres. A tie between When Harry Met Sally and The Shining.
Oh, so that ticks off the rom-com box.
Exactly, yeah. Both of them.
Hey, you've done a lot of rom-coms, obviously, at this point. Had you crossed paths with Will Ferrell professionally before? Had he appeared in any, or was it a dream to get him in one?
No, I've known him on and off for years. Our kids went to the same school, and I just know him through Comedy World, and I'd been to various table reads of his, and I'd always wanted to work with him, but I knew him a bit. I did not know Reese at all. I'd never met her or anything. So yeah.
How hard was the sell to get her on board for this film?
It was. I pitched. I found out they both wanted to work together, so it actually was pretty fast. Like the whole thing went pretty fast. I had the idea, I developed the characters, and then pitched it to them. They liked it, and then I developed the film for the two of them. So,
what was it about a wedding, which is such a good setting for comedy and calamity at the same time? Why those things correct for it?
I always sound pretentious when I say this, but it literally starts with Shakespeare. Like Shakespeare's comedies always end in a wedding. There's something about a wedding since the beginning of time that it's just a fun place to end up. I also think weddings they're really heightened emotions, and all of the weird stuff comes out in your family dynamics and your relationship dynamics and all that. And so I think for all those reasons, and also it's just romantic and it's beautiful. People are trying to be as pretty as possible. So
what's your favorite piece of direction that you got to give one of the cast members during this film? Because they do some wacky stuff. So what's the best thing that you got to shout at your cast?
What is I'm trying to think. Honestly, probably the dumbest moment, but which really works, is when Will Ferrell is listening at the door and he overhears Reese talking about his daughter, and you can see him get really mad, and then I had him step back into shadow. I don't know, and it always gets a laugh. And I remember telling my DP I want him to step back into shadow, and the director of photography was like, "But there's no reason there be any shadows there. There's no and I was like, "It just has to happen," and it totally worked. And that was a very funny moment. So I think, and I told him to just really film noir it, and as he went back into shadow. So yeah.
There were so many wonderful, funny moments in this. I particularly enjoyed Chaos Monkey.
Oh yeah.
Could you please explain what is Chaos Monkey, and when's the last time your Chaos Monkey came out?
Chaos Monkey, I think, is self-explanatory. The funny thing is we never explain it. They just gotta go Chaos Monkey on their ass. You don't need to. It's when I think it's a group go nuts on someone or something. And so in this, it's the moment the siblings all bond, Reese and her siblings bond, and they're like, we got to take the Jim, Will's character down. We're going to go Chaos Monkey on his ass. That's what they say. And have I ever gone Chaos Monkey? I'm sure I have. I think, I can't think of a time, but I'm sure I have at some point. We all have at some point. Yeah.
Hey, you're always credited as British American.
I know.
Nicholas. How British are you?
I have a British passport. I was born here, but I am American. I mean, my parents are American. I happen to be born here. I love England. My parents have a flat here. I came here a lot during holidays and stuff. But it would be disingenuous to say I'm fully British.
That's okay. We'll claim you. So
okay,
that's
I'm in.
And finally, from me, I know that you're working with Andy Serkis on the upcoming Animal Farm. What can you tell us about this? It's a very interesting, perhaps a different project to what you
totally, yeah.
with.
Yeah, I wrote it a bit ago, and it was really. I mean, he's such a legend, Andy Serkis, and I think it's been a dream project of his for a while. And it's fully just an adaptation of the book. I reread Animal Farm. Which is, if you haven't read it recently, it's just incredible, that book. It's also terrifyingly appropriate for this moment in our history. And it's darkly comic. It's definitely, and he's going for a real comic tone, I think, but it's dark, and I tried to update it a little bit so it's not super old-fashioned, so it's not taking place in the 40s. But yeah.
And finally, what's on the career checklist that you need to tick off still? What's on the bucket list for your career, do you think? What do you want to do?
Gladiator 3.
Good choice. So timely.
Exactly.
Enjoy yourself in London. Thank
you
so much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming to my house.
Thank you.